Well, I guess that's that then. Bears go out and lose to the Packers by a score of I don't even know. We lost by 8. That's all I know. It was like 9-17. Sounds about right. One of the worst games I've ever seen, genuinely. So season's over now, and we had a chance to maybe stop the Packers from making the playoffs. Didn't happen. And we actually had a lot of things go our way. Refs were on our side, had a lot of good luck, causing a couple lucky turnovers. But even so, the best we could do was manage 3 field goals. And I am completely done with this entire coaching staff. And you may look at the final score and say, oh, look at the Bears defense holding Jordan Love and the Packers to only 17 points. And it's like, no, not really. Jordan Love had a great day. They never punted, I don't think, a single time. And we just got really lucky. They lost, I think, 2-3 touchdowns off of just some lucky, like, insane drops. And we had a couple penalties that really helped us out, but it felt like anytime Jordan Love was back to pass, we were just there's nothing we could do about it. There was a Packers receiver open what felt like every play. Like, it felt effortless. Like, he was just getting out quick, and there was always guys just wide open, just getting these chunk plays. And they would give it to Aaron Jones, and he would gash us right up the middle. This elite Bears defense, the reason we're keeping Matt Eberflus, allegedly. This great unit that's top 5 in the league and has all these interceptions. We had 0 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, and that's it. But what the real story is the Bears offense, because the defense did give them a chance, gave them a great chance. I'll say it. But the offense looked woefully inept. Luke Getsy called a ton of runs that sometimes worked, a lot of times didn't, chewed up a lot of clock, didn't give us a lot of time to come back, and it sounds just like week 1 all over again. Now, going into this game, a lot of people were pretty confident the Bears would win. They thought our offense is better than their defense because the Packers' defense is horrible, and our defense is better than their offense. But their weaknesses are their strengths are our weaknesses. And I knew going in that it wasn't going to be tough, but it was going to be a good litmus test to see where this team is at going into the offseason, what improvements we've made week 1 versus now, and it looks exactly the same. Exactly the same. I see no reason why Matt Eberflus should be back. I see 0 negative reason why Luke Getsy should be back. And I have a really hard time trying to justify why Justin Fields should come back. A guy who was drafted April 29th, 2021. One of the happiest days of my Bears fandom. One of the only happy days I can remember of my Bears fandom. And he just couldn't put it together. He was making some of the same mistakes that we've seen him make since year 1. He was holding on to the ball too long. He was hesitating to throw. He wasn't reading defenses. He wasn't stepping up in the pocket. And he was not aided by a horrible and injured Bears offensive line. Braxton Jones got bullied. Dan Feeney sucks, but we knew this. Nate Davis went out with an injury, and even Tevin Jenkins was giving up some bad plays. Darnell Wright took a couple penalties too. That's everybody. We didn't have Jalen Johnson on defense, but Jordan Love did whatever he wanted with everyone else, it felt like. And but the Bears offense, there's no reason they should have looked like they did today. Especially against the Packers defense that got lit up by Bryce Young. Lit up. And people are saying, give Justin a chance, whatever. No, when Justin had the ball, he was not doing much either. He was getting sacked a lot. And I see people saying that Justin had no fault in this, but no, he had a decent amount of fault in this, I think. Took a bad shot at the end. Peterman came in for a play. We had a chance to do something there at the end. Couldn't do it. Cole Kmet couldn't make the catch there. And, so the Packers are going to the playoffs now in a game that we got a lot of luck in, and the game had no reason to be that close. They should have dropped 30 on us, genuinely. But they didn't, and I don't know how that Packers defense shut us down like they did. The solution would have been to make quick throws, but Justin can't do that. He can't make a quick drop back either. His drop back takes 2 to 3 seconds. By the time he gets to his hitch, there's defenders on top of him. And then my mom comes into the basement while I'm recording. Anyway. So then we're left wondering what we're supposed to do after this year. We're supposed to believe that Matt Eberflus is the coach that's going to lead us to a championship. We're supposed to believe that he's not the problem, but it was pretty clear that this coaching staff is not going to get it done here. And I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of this over and over again against especially this team specifically, who we have not beat in 7 years, almost 6 years, sorry. And I don't know, man. I just really thought this time would be different. So I'll have a video coming out dedicated to the whole Justin versus Caleb debate, but right now I'm kind of leaning towards moving on from Justin. I don't really see what he's done to earn any confidence that he could be the guy to lead us to a Super Bowl. I trust Ryan Poles, our GM. He's earned that from me. Nobody else has earned anything from me from this Bears team. And, you know, it's just tiring. It's just tiring having to do this over and over again. This felt like a classic Bears loss, like first few weeks of the season Bears loss. Didn't have Jalen Johnson, but they didn't have Christian Watson, so should have evened out there. Man, I'm just kind of done. I don't really like anything about this rebuild the way that's going. There are a lot of good pieces here, but this is not a good team right now. This is not a team that's coached well at all. Maybe on defense you can make the argument, but that's only a third of the battle here. So, like I said, I'll have another video coming out talking about what to do with Justin here. But, yeah. It's just frustrating because it's like it's every year like this, you know? So that's it for the Bears season. Our final record was 7-10, so that's 3 straight 10-loss seasons for the Chicago Bears, which is nothing to be proud of. Felt like we won the games we were supposed to win. Didn't feel like we felt like we had a lot of losses that should have been wins this year. Should have been easily a playoff team, easily, but we choked a lot of these games. Just off the top of my head, obviously, Lions, Browns, Broncos, the choke games. That's the trilogy right there. Those are the classic ones. You talk about that, and our record's 10-7 now. But I'd also like to throw on top the first Vikings game, this game against Green Bay, and the Buccaneers game. I think with a competent coaching staff, all 6 of those games, or at least 5 out of the 6, very, very least 4 out of the 6, would have been wins. The Bears took what should have been an easy 11-win season, where at that point you're the NFC North champions because you beat the Lions, and you turn that into a 7-10 season. We've also completely fumbled the development of Justin Fields. I think he's done. I don't have any desire to give him another year. I think this is all, but I'll talk about that in a different video. Luke Getsy better be gone tomorrow morning. Matt Eberflus should be gone, but I don't think he will be. And we're all just... This is a good chance for the Bears to show that they're different here and actually make a move that they know they should make. That isn't the easy move, but they know is the right move. And that's to fire Eberflus. It's to fire Getsy. It's to send Justin Fields away. Even though Justin Fields isn't the problem, he's not good enough. And I would rather... We know we can't keep Luke Getsy, right? Right? Yes. Can't keep him. But also, Justin Fields has learned 2 different offensive systems in his 3 years in the league. You're really going to make him learn another one and restart all of this? If you keep Fields, you keep Getsy. And I do not want Getsy on this team. And if you get rid of Getsy, you should probably get rid of Fields because I do not want Fields learning another new offensive system. So I think clean slate is the way to go here. But it's the Bears, and they never do things clean slate. They keep the coach for too long. They keep the quarterback for too long. They do everything just 1 or 2 years too late. And they go all in on promise that they barely show. There was a few promising games, but we had all this momentum from beating the Falcons and the Cardinals, who are not good teams. And there was a lot more bad than good this year. I firmly believe this is a good roster that is just undercoached. I've said that, I think, in every single video that I've made on this channel. And you have to recognize the source of that, and it's Matt Eberflus, but it's also Luke Getsy. It's both of them. They both should be gone. Matt Eberflus's defense had a horrible day today. Couldn't get any pressure. Couldn't get any takeaways hardly. We got one really lucky fumble. Got a lot of luck on our side, but even then, we could barely muster up anything. It never felt close. That's the thing. The score was close, but it never felt close. It felt like our offense couldn't do anything on their defense, and our defense couldn't do anything on their offense. It felt like their offense could just march down the field right when they wanted to. We made no stop. They didn't punt a single time. So, yeah, this is bad, and I don't know how it gets any better from here on out. So, yeah, that's all I got to say. Like I said, video coming out soon, and that's a wrap for this year. So, God, man, this was a bad year. We did double our win total from last year, but somehow this year just felt a little more miserable. And, we did get the wins that we were supposed to get, but the losses hurt this year, man. They were painful. And I don't know how you could see some of the losses we have and say, yeah, I think these coaches are the ones that are going to lead us forward. I don't know how any competent general manager or team president thinks that, but it's the Bears. And incompetence is kind of our thing.